What do you think? How much could it help you, when you're studying or when you have studied a language for a longer time, and then you get to know someone who is also studying the language or learning it, but who is on a lower level than you are, and when you try to help him and like you can help him and you do it, how do you feel then?
If you try to help them and you can't.
Yeah, like if you're just uh, this this learning by doing or learning by teaching thing. I mean, do you feel better or
Oh yeah, yeah. No, no. I know what you mean now. Basically, you learn more of the language the more you try to explain the
yeah?
language to another person. Yeah, I think that's a great way because that deepens your knowledge of the language. First of all, um, and second, you're finding stuff out that you wouldn't have found out unless you started teaching the language to someone. So um, yeah, I think that's great. I think that's I've tried it a few times already. Beginner German learners, and
Hmm.
it did help me out a lot. So
Yeah. Also, I also tried to explain like German grammar or phrases to someone, and then I always try to find new perspectives or viewpoints, how to explain something from another point of view, or
right.
like um, just to make him understand more easily, or like in a funny way, so he will be motivated and remember um, the word or the phrase. Um, yeah, and dead end.
No, like I tried the same with English. Like I said before in Live Mocha, I helped a lot of people with English. Just pronunciation and wording and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it did deepen my perspective, uh, or it gave me other perspectives in my own language. So that's always good.
Yeah. For me, for example, I have a lot of immigrant friends, and their English, their Dutch, excuse me, their Dutch isn't. They're always asking Bart how I do this, how should I do that, and all those questions are usually grammar based, and it's all like because, for example, there's this guy from Afghanistan, and he's always asking me about grammar and how that works, and then you realize how different or how difficult it is to explain grammar and how much you actually don't know because what you know is kind of like automatic, but when you have to explain it to someone, explain it some sort of grammatical point, I mean sometimes I don't even know how to explain it, then I really
Yeah,
have to look it up the internet and like, "Huh, how does this work?"
or even the words which are describing something like noun, vowel,
Yeah,
consonant, like adverbial sentence, whatever.
exactly.
Yep.
And that's once again, this is the point where Latin helps you because all the grammatical terms in English are from Latin.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I also made the experience that the more languages I knew, even if I just knew a few words, for example, I mean I didn't study Polish, but I have some Polish friends, and also Bart is learning Polish, by the way.
Yes.
So I was trying to remember as I'm working at the till. I was just trying to remember some words like dziękuję, or
Dziękuję.
uh, cześć, like hello and see you at the same
Yeah,
time. And I mean the people are so excited and happy just because you were saying hello to them in their language, like
yeah, exactly. I can remember the first couple of times when I was again at work because I have a lot of foreigners where I work, and so they always. Well, I knew that she was Polish, and I would say, "Oh, dzień dobry, jak się masz?" Stuff like that. And she was the first couple of times she was so surprised and always happy, like, "Oh, and then we'll speak Polish for a while, and same with the guy from Afghanistan. I know some Dari, so we always speak some Dari together, and he's always smiling. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're doing so well," and blah blah blah. It's it's always a very fun experience to see them, react when you're saying "Salam chatorasti," for example, in Dari.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
It
Yeah,
makes
that's what really motivated me at first too, because generally Germans are really happy, especially if Americans can speak a little bit of German, because a lot of Americans, even if they take it in school, they don't really learn anything like any other language. But yeah, so when I first started, I only knew like Guten Tag and Guten Morgen, stuff like that, and a lot of Germans are really happy to hear that, and I was really motivated, and yeah, a lot of Germans are really open if you want to learn the language. So that really,
I think in this case it's always the same because like if you imagine being alone in a um in a strange country, like I don't know, somewhere you've never been before, and everything's different than in your home country, and no one's speaking your language or just a few guys, and you're always supposed to speak a language you don't know that well, and someone comes in and says hello to you in your own language. That's great. Sometimes it makes your day or even your month.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
So what do we have else here? Did you ever experience like you get to know someone who is at the same level in a language you've been learning for some time, and like did you ever start learning with them, like making the same uh, uh, doing the same exercises or listening the same sources or whatever?
Hmm. Does Kenny? Did you have one of those experiences, or?
Um, no, but when I do meet someone who's at the same level as I am in German, usually they've only been studying for like 6 months or something. Because well, like I said before, German's my first language that I'm trying to learn on my own. So at first, there was a lot of time, like there was a lot of time wasted because I didn't know what to do. I was trying to find my own method, and I think the next language I'm going to do, I'm going to make much more progress uh, sooner. So a lot of times they've only been studying like 6 months or 7 months or something like that,
Yeah.
or even you know not even that much. So I don't know. That doesn't really matter, but basically no. That's my answer.
I
So what?
I
Go
want
on.
to say that I had some experience, but those were on chat rooms. And then what I usually do is just speak for a while, just practice a little bit of their Polish, and so I can practice my Polish, and that's pretty much it, actually.
Yeah, I've done that. I mean, I've spoken to someone with about the same level. I mean, maybe I'll understand more, but my output is about the same level as theirs.
Yeah.
So I'll speak to them. Maybe they know more than me input wise, or maybe I know more than them. But I just try to say what I can, and uh, in chat rooms and stuff. So I've done that. But as for studying through a book or something with someone or something like that, I haven't done that yet. So
Okay, because as you know, I'm studying languages usually in a group with some guys I get to know in a while, and then go on and do the same stuff like homework and so on. But anyways, what about the economical aspect of all this learning stuff? What do you think are will your opportunities in the economy? when you start um working will like be better when you have like three, five, four, five, six languages you can use at
Yes.
work.
Yes.
Definitely.
Like I mean, I think it's not it's if it's the only reason for learning a new language. Um, for example, Cody said Walmart is giving you $1 extra for for knowing a language. I mean,
Language.
this is not a good reason to start the language. Like the only reason. But
Man, that's
I
$1, man. Are you insane? $1? I would learn
yeah,
Spanish just for that extra dollar, man.
but it's not €1, you know.
Yeah, 1 euro.
Right.
You can buy books on eBay with only €1. Isn't that true, Sam?
Yeah,
Is that true,
definitely.
Sam?
Isn't that true, Sam? Inside joke.
You have to bid first.
Oh yeah. But no,
So
all
No one at this moment look at the German eBay and bid on a collection of books for €1. Please,
we'll
for
we'll
Sam's
we'll,
sake, don't
we'll
do it.
put the link in the description.
Yeah, yeah. We'll put the link, but don't click on it.
We're just putting it in the description. You can check it out.
Don't bid. Don't bid.
Don't ruin Sam's opportunity to have all these books.
you will have
Yes.
some too, you asses.
A little
Yeah.
cut of the action. But anyway, I would like to answer that. I think it depends on which languages. Like, if you're going to learn, let's see, Estonian, Lithuanian, Latvian, and I don't know, two random African languages, then I don't think your job opportunities will increase that much. I mean, you could probably work in Estonia, Lithuania, or Latvia, or find work much easier there. But
Yes.
if you would learn Japanese, Chinese, um, perhaps Korean, I'm not sure, or Russian, I think then you have way more opportunity to work wherever in the world, because China is like the rising power. A lot of countries would like to trade with it. They're already doing so, but and the Western world needs people who, especially in the future, needs people who speak those languages for business or whatever.
Yeah, I agree, but like in common, but I disagree in one point. As what I heard, usually guys are searching for all rounders. Like you have to know three languages, but you also have to be a specialist. Like for example, three usual languages and one very exotic language. Like so you can still be they can still call you if they need, for example, I don't know, what was it, Estonian, like there are only one and 1,100,000 native speakers, and I
Hmm.
don't know how many second language speakers, or
I think
I don't
something like
know.
200,000 or something.
Yeah, I mean, like something else exotic. I don't know. Cherokee or Indonesian. Okay, well, no, that's not. But I maybe a sign language of the Aborigines, for example. I mean, maybe you will never need it, but it could be needed, and then you will be paid very very well, because there is no one around like in the world who can translate it from one language into the other. Like there may be some guys who can translate it from sign language into English, but not from sign language into German or Dutch or whatever. I mean, the example is quite stupid, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.